Give them a minute, settle down. Yeah, she's working to improve her art. She's working on improving her spirit art, so yeah, invite people and the notices to say if you want to have a look afterwards.
Lola and Jack and further others were watching us today.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Should we start?
Yeah.
Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this, our church in Poole.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody, and a very good, warm welcome to all our visitors viewing online. We know that we have our friends in Denmark, Jack and Lola, and our friends in Sweden, Frederick, and other parts of the globe that tune into this service. So, a very warm welcome to you all. As you can see, I'm not Lawrence, he is here. So I was chairing today, and I'm going to hand over to Lawrence, who will open up with prayer. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. So we just take that time now, please, to still our minds, our thoughts. Leave at the doors of this beautiful sanctuary all those cares and concerns. And set that intent to be here this day as one. To be here amongst family and community. And to explore that spirit within. Invite in those dear ones, those loved ones, who even now gather eagerly to share this time with us. And I, as your medium today, lay aside my thoughts, my cares, my concerns, to open up that channel to those guides, inspirers, and those loved ones who wish to draw near and make their presence known. So we put this service now within the arms and the hands of God, knowing all that is said and done will be done with honesty, respect, and integrity, and all together in the furtherment and the advancement of the word of spiritualism. Amen.
Yep. If you'd now like to join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on heaven as is in earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not when in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. We now come to that part of our service, which is the healing part of our service. We're all healers, just many people don't realise it. So collectively here today, we can all send out healing to all those loved ones, our friends, our family, and to those people who don't realise they need healing, and we can see it, but they can't, unfortunately. And we want to send healing out to them as well. Let's send healing out to the planet and all the animals and everything that lives on this planet. And if there's anybody in particular that you would like to mention, speak nice and clearly so we can all embrace the name and send love and healing to that person. send healing to Chloe and to Candy. Great architect of the universe, God of our own understanding, please send all those thoughts of love and healing to all those names that have been called out here this morning. Let's think about all the other people that we haven't mentioned but are in our thoughts that we want to send love and healing to, right across this country and across the globe. May that love and healing go in peace to all these people and relieve them of their sufferings. Amen.
Amen.
I shall now hand over to Lawrence for his reading and address.
Thank you, Ian. And I'm so glad I'm not the only one to fluff the Lord's Prayer, so thank you for that. When you're up here sometime, you know, we work with the Spirit, and sometimes our logical brain tends to take a back seat. And I know you ladies are saying, well, that's typical of men anyway, so that's absolutely fine. We will stick with that. Customarily, it is given that I would give a reading followed by the address based upon the reading. Slightly differently today because you're at Paul, so I'm going to do the address followed by a short reading. This time of year, January, it's the month with like 365 days, isn't it? It goes on. It's also that month where people make the resolutions. You know, we've all taken out gym membership and the gym is yet to see us. We've all been to the gym and the favourite machine is the chocolate machine at the back of the gym. But also on personal levels, we think, do you know what, I'm going to go out, I'm going to start investigating. And when I look out here, I'm so happy and so proud to be here in this church at this time, to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces also. Because we're all searching, we're all looking. We all have a need, we have a yearning within us that we need to try and sate, we need to try and fulfill, we need to try and grow. Within spiritualism, you know, spiritualism isn't about talking to the dead, although sadly it has become that. Within our churches and centres over many years now, the energy has been, well, what do they want? Well, they want more messages, so we'll give them more messages. You look at our development and say, well, what can we do to develop? We'll make the mediums, and we'll give them all the coloured pencils. We'll give them all the chalks. We'll give them all the tools. But spiritualism is so much more than that. It is so much more than that. The energy and the spirit of spiritualism is about living life today. It's about living this incarnation to its fullest potential. It's about how we view the world, how we interact with the world, how we interact with each other, but most importantly, how we understand ourselves. When we look at the history of spiritualism, we have those prominent dates within our movement, the Hydesville Rappings, which is proclaimed as the birth of modern spiritualism. But spiritualism itself has been around forever, in one form or another. The Yggdrasil, which is the tree of life, has its roots in a movement that was 1600 BC, which quickly spread through the northern Scandinavian countries, Scotland and Ireland and beyond. Yet we look at spiritualism today, and what is it giving us? What is it teaching us? What is it allowing us to be? You know, so often when we're searching, we're looking for the answer, are we not?
Yes.
But do you know what? Each and everybody's answer is different, because your answer is made up by the sum total of the journey that you have taken. You know, humanity has one slight, I won't say fault, but has an area that we need to be aware of. And we do tend to spend a lot of time looking for either a saviour figure or somebody to blame. But when the truth of the matter is, both those figures can be found in the mirror in which we look. We are responsible for our life. We are responsible for how we interact with people. We are responsible for going on this journey. Somebody relayed a message about a circle condition they'd sat in, and it was most uncomfortable for them. And I gave an answer which probably didn't go down too well, but that's me, and you know me, so if you don't want to ask a question of me, don't expect the answer, seriously. But that was another lesson. You know, we look for the lessons in life, and yes, some of the lessons are beautiful, majestic, and unbeatable. But what about the other times? What about this world today? Wherever we look, there's discord, disharmony, and upset. We have two options. We can sit there and lower our vibration and join in with the braying packs of picking at people and figureheads and policies. Or we can look within to find that essence of the divine which runs through all things. In and through spiritualism, we go back through the history, because we have such a prominent and wonderful lineage to our movement. As I said earlier, we look at the birth of modern spiritualism in the Hydesville days. But prior to that, we had Emanuel Swedenborg. We had Andrew Jackson Davies, who were all talking about the spirit realms and the spirit lands and their communications with spirit. They were all completely different. Swedenborg's followers were encouraged to follow him as the medium and not to be the medium yourself. Andrew Jackson Davies' followers were encouraged to teach the children, to bring in the lyceums, to open up to that potential. But what is that potential? I'm doing a talk later this week, and I needed some figures, because I like figures. There's an old saying, lies, lies, and damn statistics. I like figures. And a rough guesstimation, 1 in 250,000 people will be an evidential medium. Those mediums we see on our platforms, online, in sittings. Not good at odds, is it? Really not good. I wish I'd put £1 on it for me, but I didn't, so never mind. But it's not good odds. And yet still we strive, we open the doors, we build, as a saying that's coming to my mind of late, we tending to build from the first floor up. And we're neglecting the foundations. Because the foundations is each and every one of you here today. The foundations is each and every one viewing us wherever you are in the world. You are all important. You are all crucial to keeping that energy and that message of spiritualism. Not that we live in this world, we go to a next world. Our life is continual. We shut our eyes in this world, we open our eyes up again in another plane of existence. The continuity is unbroken. But where we're seeking those answers, the way spiritualism is being presented on quite a broad field is to make you an evidential medium, is to make you a healer. And as our friend quite rightly said, we are all healers, be it by thought, by word, by deed. But what about that sensitivity? We are all sensitive beings, are we not? Yes. I noted the ones who said no. Right, you're out of my circle of friends. Joking. But we have that innate sensitivity because we are a vibration. And we resonate with those around us. How many people have the same awareness that you'll meet somebody and you go, I really like you, or yeah, there's something there and I'm really not sure. That's your soul, that's your vibration harmonizing with those around you. We do have, as a philosophy within our national and global consciousness of things being good or evil, one aspect of spiritualism is recognizing what we term as evil as simply uneducated, simply an opportunity to help to grow, to understand, to help to rise out from that prison in which they're encapsulated, be it of things of the physical senses or mind or addictions. But there is always that hope, which brings in that we are all one. We are connected. It matters not the race, the colour, the creed, the gender, doesn't matter. Because we're all spirit here, looking, searching. It's like we've all got a giant jigsaw puzzle. And some of the parts are turned over. So we have to put that effort into turning it the right way up to see where it fits in the greater picture. Yes, within spiritualism we have this unique talent, this unique gift of providing the evidence to substantiate what we talk about. But that's not the be-all and end-all. That's like the sprinklings on the cake. The real sustenance, the real nurturement that you get is by the community. Oh, hello. I don't know how many people are aware of the buzz within this church before the service. People talking, people being made to feel welcome, the wonderful people who man the doors. New friends, old friends, matters not. That same warmth, that same greeting is there, that energy of togetherness. Because we all recognise and we understand, and it doesn't matter where you're on the path, because do you know what? It's not a race. The race is only over when the last one crosses the line, and it's not celebrated for the first one who crosses the line. So what can spiritualism give us? What can it teach us? What can it help us with? It can help you find that awareness. It can help you find the true you. It's about you. It's about you. It's about you. It's about everybody. And finding that peace, finding that place, that mindset within, where we may be a little bit kinder, where we treat people. We may not be so quick to pick up on the energy of discord. We may be able to just sit in the presence of spirit And by that I do not mean sitting to hear the voice of Spirit, to see Spirit. Like you, if Spirit appeared in front of me, I would be a little bit unnerved. I may go, "Ooh, hello," or words to that effect. But this is what spiritualism is truly about in my eyes and in my heart and in my very vibration. It's about everybody being able to sit, be aware of the Spirit around us, just to feel that love. If we look through our lives, we all find those pinnacle moments where that love was there. The first time we held a child, our own child, a grandchild, where we helped another, where we just gave of ourselves. This is the path that spiritualism opens up for us. To make this your own personal experience. Yes, go out, read. We have the best library on the South Coast. Read the books. Go online. There is so much audio, visual, history and philosophy about our movement. Look into that. But don't aspire to be as a famous speaker of the past or of today. Aspire to be the best that you can be. Every clock is made up of hundreds of screws, of cogs, of springs. Some cogs are big, some cogs are very tiny. Some screws are long, some screws are very short. But that clock cannot function without each and every part being together. Expand that thought out into the world. And never decry your own power. Never decry your own presence. What difference can I make? You can change the world. Because you create the world in which you live. If you get up in the morning and think this is going to be a rough pants day, guess what? What sort of a day do you have?
Rough pants day.
Exactly. You have created your world. Be in the world, not of the world. Get up in the morning, look, it's brightness. We have that extra hour of daylight. We have birds, we have greenery, we have so much. We've got all the pieces of the jigsaw. We just need to work on creating and building that picture day by day by day. We have the knowledge, we have the understanding, we have the freedom to gather in the way that we are today. Do we acknowledge that? Do we acknowledge the nights where we have slept in shelter, in a warm bed, when so many go without? Do we acknowledge the fact that we can walk down the road without fear of bombing, without fear of rocket attacks, without fear of disease? We have so much. But the truth, the essence, the real life comes from each and every one of you. And when you walk that path, when you start to live in that energy and in that presence of the creator of all things, the God of your own understanding, do you not think your vibration carries out? Do you not think that others go, what's going on there? They've changed, because we're meant to change. But be in that presence. So spiritualism. Yes, we can commune with those who have gone before us. But the message is, this life is worth living. This life has greatness available. We put the meal on the table. but it is up to you to eat. Thank you. And I forgot the reading. So it's a wonderful gentleman at the turn of the century, W.T. Steed, and in 1905 he wrote, "There are certain phenomena which precede and which follow revivals in religion. The symptoms premonitory of a revival are the phenomena of death, corruption, and decay. It is ever the darkest hour before the dawn. The nation always seems to be given over to the evil one before the coming of the Son of Man. The decay of religious faith, the deadness of the churches, the atheism of the well-to-do, the brutality of the masses, all these, when at their worst, herald the approach of the revival. Things seem to get too bad to last. The reign of evil becomes intolerable. Then the soul of the nation awakes." And here we are, 118 years later, with that same thought. Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence. That was very thought-provoking, and it's true, though, isn't it? We don't sometimes live for today, and we need to sort of look at what's out there and go forward with ourselves and our energies and everything. Right, now we come to this part of our service where we have a bit of a sing-song. If you wish to join in, you can. If you don't, you can just mumble along with everybody else. Sue will be passing round with your free will offering, and it will be thankfully applied to the church and greatly received. So, no further ado, just press the small button.
Oh God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come, our shelter from the stormy blast, and our eternal home. Under the shadow of thy throne, thy saints have dwelt secure. Sufficient is thy arm alone, and our defense is sure. Before the
Well, that was lovely.
It was.
Bit of a little choir going on down here.
Yeah.
Trying to be joining in with Lawrence and myself. Anyhow, right, we now come to that part of the evidential mediumship. And as Lawrence says on many occasions, this is a three-way conversation. So it's from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. And you need to communicate. You need to speak nice and clearly. So we need a...
Yes. No.
Or I didn't even need to say the words. You know the ritual. Wonderful. I shall now hand over to Lawrence. We're not going to have a meal. No, there's no.
We're not going to slaughter anybody.
No. Right, thank you.
Give me time. Good morning again. As lovely Ian said, yes, this is about communication. This is what our whole philosophy is based upon. But it's not only communicating with those who have gone before us, it's about communicating with the person next to us. And more importantly, about communicating with ourselves. As I am spreading my awareness here, okay, I have got a gentleman stepping in. He's very quiet to come in, which suggests to me this gentleman on the earth plane was a quiet. You've got people like me when you know I'm in the room, and then you've got other people where you go, oh, I didn't notice you there. So I know I've got a gentleman here who's fairly quiet. I know he had a nice way about him. I know he's got a very good connection with nature as well, because he's just taking my awareness out into the garden there. And I've got a soft soul is about the best description I can get with this man. There is a softness to him, there's a gentleness to him. Not all the way through his life, he's telling me. Thank you, sir. Open that up more. This man saw conflict. This man saw active service. This man saw the other side of life. And he's just saying that by going through that, by seeing everybody give their all and everything for Queen and country and family and loved ones, taught me the value and the respect of life. So I know I've got a grandfather here as well. Will you take me where you're going to, please, sir? I'm in this area here. I do feel, I know we spoke very briefly, and this is your first visit to the church, sir. Would you understand that, please, as a grandfather figure? Say no. If it's not right, that's absolutely fine. You'll never be welcome back. Joking.
It does, but he hasn't passed.
But he hasn't passed. Right, okay. The name of Robert have a significance for you, please. And I feel Robert is on the earth plane. You would understand the name of Robert in conversation.
I did have a family member called Robert who has passed.
Right, okay. We'll keep working here. Wonderful. It's funny to be working with real people. Normally I'm used to working with a little box. So, you're real. So, yeah, absolutely. Would I be right, sir, with you? I know we did speak very briefly outside, but would I be right with yourself that there has been a situation which has caused quite a lot of a negative reaction? It's really sort of like I've had to go bunch up and let it go. Yeah. This is now. If this is not grandfather, great-grandfather, you got links back in the family to the Surrey area, please, around about that area?
No.
Okay. Everybody else keep listening. I know the energy is right here, but I do feel very drawn to you there, sir. I'm just asking somebody else to step in here to support this gentleman's not being recognised. I've got a lady coming in here, and this is the quintessential, I'm not saying it's mum, but she's got that mum energy. She's just come bouncing in, she's full of life, she's She's got a gift I wish I had. She sees the best in people all the time, which can be quite frustrating as well. Because, and she doesn't like to dwell on the negative things in life. She's aware of things in life that goes on, but she just pushes that to one side and looks for the joy and the simple joy. And accompanying this woman is also a small dog that I know would have been a great comfort to her and a great reason, you know, for getting up in the morning and somebody to talk to. Is this lady beginning to make sense to you, please? Wonderful. Because I know I'm coming to you with a lot of love. I know also I'm coming to you for a lot of healing as well. Healing works because I want to be working in the emotional body here with the healing. It's like I know we spoke about you're interested, you want to find out more, but it's what sparked that, because she's just saying, she just showed me symbolically somebody pushing a wheelbarrow along a really rough and rocky road. And this is how she's symbolically showing me your life journey over the last 5 years I want to go into, that things have been a challenge. But she said, you've succeeded. Look at where you are now. Find that. So sometimes we can have so many challenges in our life, we just keep thinking it's a continual challenge, and we don't acknowledge how far we actually have come. We don't acknowledge the fact that we succeeded and overcame so much. And we don't acknowledge also the fact of our own presence. I know you said to me about you've watched online. You are aware of the spirit world around you, yes or no? Yes. You have the feelings, you have the corner of the eye, you have the touch sensation. Correct or not? Yeah. Yeah. This is what's leading you here. If you here, it doesn't matter where you go, to find that link. This lady had a fairness about her, and when I say a fairness, I mean she had an awareness, an otherworldliness around her as well. In fact, this lady would have done the teacups, tea leaves, correct? Yeah, because she's just turned the cup over with the tea leaves, and she's laughing. She said, it runs in the family, and she finds that hysterical. She finds that absolutely hysterical. But she's looking at you with really wide open eyes and wonderment at the possibilities. She said, you were meant to come here today to listen to that address. Thank you. Getting commendation from the other side of life. How wonderful. But that love for you, and especially at the moment, because you're having to draw on a reserve of strength at this time. Correct? Yeah. She said, it's all there. It's all there and more. Don't doubt. Don't doubt. And don't... Okay. You're an artist? Okay, because she just said, don't draw a picture. And as she said it, she showed it to me. She said, don't try and draw your future, because it will never be what you've drawn. Just live your future and let it unfold. I can't get away from this artistic energy because they're bringing that in a lot around you. That there is this awareness with colour, with this awareness. You admire fine art, you're drawn to the older, the wonderful landscapes of yesteryear. You see the beauty in that. So that is there in your energy. So that may be something you wish to have a little look at. It may be something you wish to put to one side. And that's absolutely fine. But there is a huge welcome here. There is a huge welcome from the other world. And they're cheering and applauding. And they're absolutely loving your presence here today. Thank you. Thank you. Interesting, interesting. your turn. Risha.
You'd have been shocked if I'd have stood up, wouldn't you?
No, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got a mum and dad stepping forward here together. Very strong together, because they come in hand, so I know they both, all right, we don't have every day as a holiday. There were ups and downs in lives, but they stuck together. I just heard that advert, we want to be together. But they really did stick together, these two. I know we had a long life together. I know we had a long marriage together. Is that? We're looking at an anniversary, and I believe it to be the golden wedding anniversary. So that's the 50th, I think. So it's just to understand this length of time together. And the lady is stepping forward to talk a little bit more here. And I love her character. I love her character. Because she's saying it wasn't all a bed of roses. He said, but as long as he did what he was told, it was all right. And she's laughing with that as well. She has that laughter. So I know they've got a great rapport here. And I feel I want to be talking to a son. So the males, or the very strong females.
And everybody in between.
Yeah?
And everybody in between.
Yeah, everybody. I'll retract the son. There's a reason for that. But can somebody understand it? So we've got parents in spirit would have had the 50th wedding anniversary. And you're a man.
Depends what dress I want.
You're lovely, darling. Wherever you are, you're lovely. And would you understand this nature, this character between them? Yeah? Okay, that's good. Getting two for the price of one. We know how that works, so that's wonderful. I need to separate this. I want to be working, first of all, with the one with the love of animals again, because I've got dogs. I know dogs were prominent throughout the marriage. So, put your mum and dad, ask them to wait nicely, okay? So, if I may work with you, young man. Goody good.
Young man.
I'm buttering them up, so you're being kind to me. Now, Simon, I do know you.
Yeah.
We do converse. We do talk. I did hear you put Alistair forward for the healing part of the service, but I know with you that you have, of late, I know you're incredibly supportive of Alistair. This is all stuff I know, and this is not what I'm here to do. This is all stuff I know, but I'm getting it out there, so I like integrity. But I want to be in the recent past and thoughts, and it's caused quite an emotional response concerning Alistair. You've just gone really deep, struck you really deep. This is why Mum and Dad are drawing in very much to give you that love and encouragement and support. I know you're an artist here. You've had a change in your vibration, they're telling me as well, with something either drawing or your creative side. There's been a subtle shift in how it evolves or how it comes to mind.
Yeah.
Good. Well, it's not good, is it? When they change things, it's like, don't change it, please. I've only just got used to it. But they're just talking about this subtle shift and subtle energies. Your mum is being so, she's got a hand on yours at the moment. And she's going, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're all right. They don't forecast, they don't prophesy. You're all right. She's here to talk to you, her beloved son. All right. You're all right. In childhood, did we have lots of little toys, like a little rocking horse thing? Please don't take this the wrong way. Was there a pram somewhere around as well? I'm not saying it was yours, but
I had a dog, one of those sort of Scotty dogs, and you pushed it.
Right,
And
that's-
I love that till its destruction.
Excellent.
It went everywhere. The sand pit, shopping.
But she's just bringing that through, and she's just saying about your childhood. She said you were always so aware when you were a child. You were always, you didn't run with the crowd, she was saying. She said you were happy, you were content, you saw things in things that other people couldn't see. And she said, well, me and my father used to sit there sometimes and think, what is going on? But we still supported you. We still encouraged you
Absolutely.
because we love you. And we're here at this time. Who's got her wedding ring, please?
I have.
You have. Wonderful. Lovely,
And I
lovely,
want to know
lovely.
what to do with it. She can give me an answer on that.
Keep it, my dear,
Right.
is what she just said. Keep it, my dear. And then it will find a new home. She said, but what matters is the connection and that love bond between us and you. And she said, yes, that helps to strengthen that link at times when we touch, when we psychometrize. But I love you. And that love doesn't need an object. It doesn't need a recording. It doesn't need a marker. All me for you, always. And our support is ever there. Thank you. Love it when they come that close. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm over here, I believe. Someone's been reading. I've got books all over the place. I'm reading like 4 or 5 books as well at the same time. You know, I've got my loo book, I've got my bed book, I've got my lounge book, I've got my garden book, I've got my cooking book. Wherever I go, I've got a book on the go. Who can understand this? Yeah, I've just felt it here. Did you raise your hand, my love, or do you just scratch your nose? Please not scratch your nose, because you get a message, all right? So when you do the healing, people go like that, and I'm going, oh, you're scratching. Okay. Right, again, obviously, I do know a little about you, but I do not know everything about you. I know that this move is coming in because I've got a gentleman coming in now. I've got a very strong, authoritative figure as this man comes in. Just been told to get my hand out of my pocket, so I know I need to stand up straight. So I do feel a military bearing with this man. And I'm really enjoying his energy here because I've been aware I've been getting stooped. And he's lifting me up. So that's my message from him. So thank you, sir. But he's also bringing that to you because he's saying, what are you doubting? This is how this man was on earth, correct? He would come straight out with something. There would be no fluff. Yeah, and do you know what? I love that energy. I love that energy because he's saying to you, what are you doubting? What are you doubting? Come on, stand up. And he's sort of like pulling you up in your seat here and dusting you down. He's actually giving you a kit check. He's looking at creases and shoes. So this, I've got this. Yeah, this is. He held an office in the army. There was like a staff sergeant or sergeant major or RSM, something along those lines. Correct? Because I know the way he's looking at you. He's just showing me a bed now with how the kit should be set out. So very ordered, very disciplined existence. But you know he loved you beyond anything else in the world. And this man is one of the fortunate men that could actually exhibit that, that could actually show that. You know, gentlemen, time and time again, dads and granddads come back and say, I didn't show you affection because I didn't know how to. I suggest you all learn. Simon will give you lessons
Yes.
at a very nominal fee. But this man really loves you, and he's watching over your career, and he's just amazed. He's loving it. He's looking at a lot of the changes within the forces, and he's keeping his own counsel on a few things, which I can understand. But he says it's about growth. You've got a sister, please.
Half sister.
Half sister, half sister, yeah. Because I know I'm getting drawn to that energy as well, because I see quite a different pathway there. I see quite a wandering pathway in life. And he's saying, but she's doing fine. She'll get there in the end. She'll get there in the end. I know there's been thoughts out about the half-sister, as you've identified, and a little bit of concern there. It's a bit like chopping and changing. As you know, today I'm going to be that, and then tomorrow it's like, actually, no, I want to be this. I know I'm feeling this waft and wane of the energies and directions with her. He said, there's no worry there. There's no worry there. She's got a good heart. She's got a very good heart. As have you. Okay. He's coming down to you now and holding both your hands. And this is the wonder of spirit, because they can do stuff we can't. While he's holding your hands, he is also giving you his medal, which is in a presentation box. But symbolically, he's giving that. He says, because you're my hero. You're my hero. You're my reason for getting up in the morning. And he's getting mushy. Sorry. He's right in there. Right in there. He said, come on now. He said, come on, pick yourself up. We've got a big journey ahead of us. Big journey. Embrace it. God, he's so strong. I love his energy. I love his presence. But most of all, he loves you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all right. Carry on.
There's a wonderful energy up here. I don't do evidential mediumship, but being in this energy, it's been lovely this morning. It's been so to get those messages out there. It's been quite special. Okay, notices for the forthcoming weeks, or week or two, yes. Wednesday at 3 p.m. we have Healing with Kevin Biggs. Kevin is the guy who does all the shamanic stuff and whatever. He comes with various tools to give everyone to exercise with and get involved with. He's really very knowledgeable on all that side of things. So certainly worth being here for him. And that's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. we've got an awareness evening with Lawrence talking about circles and with questions and answers. Next Sunday is a divine service with Tony Goswell. Tony being a lady, I presume, is it? Yeah. The I on the end of Tony was a bit of a giveaway. So yeah. Saturday the 11th of Feb is 7 p.m. demonstration of evidential mediumship with Kes Eglington. We've had Kes here before. She's fantastic, and she's also doing private sittings which are available after the service on the 12th on the 12th of Feb with Kes. So yeah. Oh yeah, okay, so she's here in the evening.
She's here all weekend.
Yeah, she's the whole weekend. I've just realised the 11th and the 12th is the weekend. Okay. Hadn't read this before we started. I should have done, wouldn't I? There we go. And then Saturday, the 29th of April, a day trip to Stansted Hall for their open day. Tickets are available in-house and online. I think Lawrence is arranging a 50-seater, is it?
45.
45-seater. So there's
We've got 22 tickets have gone already.
Oh wow, okay, so that's great news.
Can you just explain what Stansted Hall is, please?
Yes, Ian.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Thank you for putting me on the spot. Stansted is the head office of the Spirituous organisation, pretty much. A lot of training and courses are taken there, and it was it Arthur Finley's home that he left to spiritualism. So yeah, I've never been there, and I'm looking forward to going on this. So it's
Well, now I've heard about it, so am I.
yeah. So it'll be a great day, and I think there's 33. Did you say different classes taking place on?
27 different demonstrations, talks and workshops going on through the day, plus a further 10 which you need to pay an additional fee to go on, including Simon James and Brian Robertson. I'm going to meet my two heroes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. But Stansted is the training hall for the Spiritualist National Union.
Right.
But at the end of the day, somebody said, why are you advertising that? I said, because we're all spiritualists.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It's very easy.
Yes.
But it's a wonderful opportunity to get up there, travelling up with people with like minds.
Where is it?
Early start,
Where is it?
in Stansted, which is the
Oh,
other
that-
side of London,
that's
near
like
the
that.
airport.
M24.
That's the one.
And then up the M14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's an early start from Poole. We've got pick-up points at Poole, Bournemouth,
Ringwood.
Ringwood and Southampton.
Yeah.
Starting at 6 a.m. at Poole, get back about 8:30 at night. The coach has got a loo on it.
Right.
You'll be glad to hear.
Yeah.
And we have a comfort break as well. But most importantly, it's a really good opportunity because it's very. Do you know all the speakers we've been having? The CSNUs, DSNU, most of those have gone through the process of
Right.
training and educating at Stansted. So it'll be a wonderful day out to
Sounds it.
meet up with a load of people and behave yourself, please, Simon.
I will.
You heard that, everybody.
You heard it here first.
Yes, I promise.
Okay, those are the notices that I have so far, and I shall now hand you back to Lawrence for the closing prayer. Thank you for those online who've joined us today, and thank you all for coming, and I'll leave Lawrence to close the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian, and thank you for volunteering to chair today. Much appreciated. So, if we can join in and renew that energy in which we are sat here and gathered in here today. Take that love, that philosophy, that understanding from the other world. Keep it in our hearts. Be open to talk. Be open to education. Be open to reading. Be open to sitting with those dear ones that surround us all the time. Keep that heart and that mind focused on each and every morning as a new raft of opportunities. Each day is to be enjoyed and revered. Each day offers growth, offers chances. So view each day with that energy and look for the blessings and the love of Spirit that are always there with eyes that are open. Amen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Safe journey home, and we'll see you soon.
Very, very quickly, Christine at the back there, bless her heart, she's on her pathway to become what we call a psychic artist. So she's coming to Poole to sit at the back of the church, to pick up and to draw. Have a look at her pictures. There may be something within the pictures that resonates. And it's just simply to help and aid that development of one of our future mediums. So thank you, Christine. And thank you, everybody. Yeah, that's fine.